Hey.
Hey fam, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. My current goal is 10K and your support would mean the world. And for more fashion and real-time content, be sure to follow my Instagram and show me some love. Hey! I just wanted to come on here and do a quick video of me giving you some pros and cons of my new car. So I'm just gonna jump right in. This video is kind of last minute. I've had the car for 3-4 months, which is crazy because it feels like I've had this car for way longer than that. Like I got the car in June or July. I don't even know. Overall, it's a really nice car and I do love it. So if you haven't already, make sure you go watch my car tour video and make sure you go watch the video of me explaining how I was able to buy this car. So let's get into it. We're gonna start off with the pros because I want to start off positive with this video. So the first thing that I love about this car is how spacious it is. This car is great for families. If you have kids, there's so much room in the back. There's room up front. This car is a hatchback, so it is very long. There's a lot of space in the back, so you're not cramped up. My last car was just a 2-door, so this is so much space for me. Another thing that I love about this car is how smooth it is. Okay, I don't know if this is just because my old car was old, but when I used to drive on the highway with my old car and hit like 60, 70 miles per hour, that was shaking to death. It felt so unsafe. With this car, I can do like 80-90. I don't drive 80-90, but I could do 80-90 and this car would be so smooth. And I don't know, it's something about like when I go over little bumps and stuff, I feel like this car really handles that well. I don't know what it is. Obviously, I'm not like a car person. I don't know too much about cars, so yeah, I can't give you professional terminology. And it's also all-wheel drive, so that's a bonus right there. I do live in New York, and of course it snows, and my last car was rear wheel drive, and one time I was driving to school and we had a little bit of snow on the road and I was going down a hill on my way to high school. I ended up sliding down the hill like this. That was one of the scariest moments of my driving experience. I was so scared. Okay, another thing that I really love about this car is the lane assist feature. I think I showed this in my car tour video, but it has the lane assist, so it notices the lines in the road, and if it sees me going, I guess leaning over, I don't know, going over the line, God forbid, but let's say somebody's like falling asleep at the wheel, the steering wheel will vibrate if it notices you going over the line. So I really love that. I'm actually not sure if the wheel will turn itself if it notices you kind of veering off the road. I need to like actually read the manual of this car because there's so many features I feel like I don't know how to do yet, but I think that's a really safe feature to have in your car. Another feature that I really love about this car is the heads-up display. That's something that I was just so impressed by when I got it. The heads-up display basically is kind of like a little hologram type of thing that appears on your windshield mirror. It appears on your, not mirror. It appears on your windshield, so it'll let you know the speed so you don't have to keep looking down, and it even shows you navigation. It shows like if I'm skipping songs in my playlist, the music will pop up there. So it's really nice how all those features can just show up on my windshield wiper. I can just look straight and focus on driving, so it's safe too. Alright, another feature that I love is or I guess another pro of the car, I don't really know, there's a lot of pros. But another pro that I like about this car is the fact that I can set up driver profiles. I know this is probably not a new thing. Keep in mind, I'm coming from a 2003 car, but I really love the fact that I can set up driver profiles. So if anyone else wants to drive the car, I can put their name in and they can set up whatever settings they want. And when you shut off the car in that person's name, it'll automatically remember the settings. That's nice. I don't have to keep adjusting the mirrors or the seats if somebody else drives the car, so I like that. Another thing that I really love is the keyless entry, so I can just obviously put my hand on the handle and the car doors will open. And going off of that, let's say if I'm walking out of the car and all the windows are down, the sunroof is up, all I have to do really is just hold my hand on the car door handle and all the windows will roll up, including the sunroof, which is fire. I didn't even know that, but the sunroof will close itself as well. And another thing that I love too with this car is that not only do I have a sunroof, but I have a moon roof, I believe it's called. It brings in a lot of light and I just love that. So there's probably way more pros that this car has that I probably didn't mention. Those are just the few that I could think of right now. I'm really trying to think. Oh, I have one more pro actually. It's the seats in this car. They're so comfortable. Some people don't like this, but I love it. They have like this support on the side. I don't know, it just feels like the car is just so secure. Like I feel like I'm wrapped in the seat, if that makes sense. It makes it really nice to drive, and I think these are actually sports seats, but I'm not too sure. So let's get into some cons of the car that are obviously not deal breakers, but they are kind of annoying for me. So the first thing is the side view mirrors. It's kind of a big blind spot on the driver's side when I'm turning left. It's really hard for me to see. Let's say if I'm making a left turn, it's hard for me to see the left hand side. So I just don't really like that, especially since this car doesn't have the blind spot detector. So when I'm making a left turn, sometimes I have to overextend my neck or like do all this crazy stuff just so I can see and make sure no cars are coming. Another thing is closing the trunk. I don't know what possessed them to make the car work this way. I guess nobody was thinking when they came up with this. Honestly, it's not a big deal. But so there's a button inside the car to open the trunk automatically, which is really nice, but I can't close it back when I'm in the car. You know, I just feel like it would have been smart for them to make it possible for you to close the trunk with the same button. But no, if the trunk is open, I do have to get out of the car and close it from the outside or from the back of the car, which is kind of annoying. Another thing with this car is the fact that you need to put premium gas in it, and it's definitely more expensive, I would say. Thankfully, I don't really drive many places as much. I'm not constantly commuting, so I don't spend that much on gas each month, but it can definitely add up if you do drive a lot. Yeah, this car is definitely not the best on gas, and gas prices I don't know what's going on. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world, but gas prices are just really expensive right now. Okay, another con is kind of a small thing, but there is a button inside the car to lock the car doors. I have a safety feature on my car where if I am opening the car door with the keyless entry on the driver's side, only the driver's side door will open. One thing that I do wish, since I do have that feature on, if there's somebody with me, normally I just use keyless entry, I have to actually, you know, get in the car and unlock it from the inside, and the middle console is kind of far from the driver's side door, so normally I'm like reaching over to unlock it so that they can come in the car. So yeah, that's the only thing. I could easily just unlock the car door with the keys, but obviously I'm just going to use keyless entry. So somebody's coming. On my mom's car, she actually has the lock button on her car door handle. I kind of wish that the lock button was the same as my mom's car. Okay, the sun is about to set, so excuse this lighting change. We're just gonna work with what we got, all right? My last con, I would say, is the small center console. Yeah, I mean, it could be bigger. That's it. I guess they make up with the small console with the big trunk space. So if you have any more questions, definitely let me know in the comments section down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.